Okay folks, welcome back to the channel. JD here again with another quick video. So I did a very quick overview video of the Model 3 which arrived a couple of days ago. I thought I'd do a bit more of a detailed look around the car now for anyone who's interested. I'm going to do a little bit on charging as well using the Ohme cable because that's something I'm still kind of working out, so I thought that might be interesting for you to see. Just to show you then, so this car has now had 2 coats of EXO V4, which is G-Technic, a layer of crystal serum light before that. So let me start that again. A layer of crystal serum light followed by 2 layers of EXO. The glass has all been cleaned inside and out. I have to say, if anyone is interested in a glass cleaner, so the guy over on Obsessed Garage recommended this. Brilliant, I have to say, brilliant stuff. You can get it from Amazon. It was $10.99, so it's not cheap, but with a decent couple of glass cloths, really good stuff, so I'd highly recommend that. So yeah, so it's had 2 layers of EXO and a layer of crystal serum light. The paintwork itself was actually really good, so I was going to give it a single stage machine, but I actually didn't need it. It was really good. Yes, there's the odd little surface scratch, but you're going to get them anyway. I don't know whether you can see this on camera, but the paint condition was really good. So it's had a little bit of a decon, some built Hamber Corosol. I've blacked the tyres with just trying this at the moment. Just thought I'd give this a go. This stuff. So Geon tyre seems to go on very nicely. And I've coated the wheels in G-Technic crystal serum. No, I haven't. I've coated them in C2G. I can't speak today. What is it? C2V3. Okay, so they've just had a spray of that. I might take these trims off. You can obviously pull them off to reveal the alloy wheels underneath, and you can get a nut kit because obviously this comes off, so you need to replace it with something. Interesting, this new model from China seems to have come with front mud flaps ready fitted, so that's quite nice because I think they can be very prone to stone chipping up here, so that's nice to see. And the other interesting thing to see, and I for the life of me can't work how to fit them, is in the boot under here I discovered, ignore my dog stuff, where are they? I discovered these, which are, I think, rear mud flaps, but God knows how you fit them because I can't work it out, so I might not bother with that. Obviously Model 3 from China, 21 edition, new version, blah blah blah. It's got the motorised tailgate, boot, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, but in terms of the condition of the car, generally really impressed. I said when it was delivered that I'd spotted a stone chip that I think must have been touched up at the dealership. I don't know whether you can see it. Can we focus on that? But basically it's there. But apart from that, generally pretty good. Panel alignments are all good, panel gaps are good. Everyone harps on about panel gaps, but actually I don't think it's such an issue now with this made in China version. There's not a lot really to see, is there? There is a beautiful amount of room in the car. Loads of leg room. As I said, I love this white interior. My wife doesn't, but I think it's fabulous. What I have noticed is the latest cars with the white interior, this used to be white here. Before they added this white bit on the trim, on the door trim, this was white. This has gone back to kind of a black anthracite, which I actually think works better. I've given the inside a clean. As I said when it was delivered, there was a bit of muck on the door trims. Again, anyone interested, I'm trying this stuff at the moment and it's beautiful to use. Again, it's a Geon product, interior detailer. Saw that over on the Aerosteric, is it, car detailing channel based in America. Really good stuff because it doesn't smear. so you get a good cloth, you know, certainly for doing things like the centre trims. Let's just step in. Down here was quite mucky, and I've given this just a clean up with the Geon interior detailer, and it's brilliant. Doesn't streak. You know, I've used quite a lot of different interior detailers. Unless you buff them off quite well, you do tend to get quite a lot of streaking. Done the steering wheel. Could do with a wider lens on here. Let me give you a bit more exposure. There we go. See what we're doing now. But yeah, really nice. The app came live because this is a leased car. I wasn't sure how quickly it's a business lease car, so I wasn't sure how quickly the app would come live. But it came live about 8 o'clock and it was delivered about 9:30 in the morning. So it took a while for the app to work. I'll perhaps go through the app. There's no point me going through a lot of this stuff because there's loads and loads of videos on the operating system. The voice commands are very good. Still getting used to those. So if you go, for example, just press this button here. Let's just close the door. Oh, why have they just come on? Yes, so if I, for example, press this... Why are my windscreen wipers on? Oh, we'll try something. Turn off windscreen wipers. There we go. You can see that. But it basically says... Let me just show you that again. Let's get the screen on. Let me just get you a bit darker. There we go. So if I go press this button here, look. Turn off windscreen wipers. There you go. And you can do. There's hundreds of commands, I think. Close door mirrors. It's quite useful. Open door mirrors. I thought I said open door maris. Open door mirrors. There we go. I tell you what is quite cool is that you can set the mirrors to auto fold. Let me just turn the radio off a minute. Go away, Bill Turnbull. You can turn the mirrors. You can set the mirrors to fold in and fold out based on your GPS location. So when you're coming home in the evening to get into the garage, I fold the mirrors in. You can get it to do that automatically, which is quite cool. Right. Let's have a look at charging, because that's something that I'm quite interested in. So let's just go into here. So we press this. I don't know whether you can see this. It's so bright, this screen. Let's see if we can drop that down a bit. There we go. That might be better. Okay. So if we go to this button here, look, and we go to charging. Right. So the Ohme charger that I've got, I've had limited to 24 amps. Because I haven't quite got enough juice in my garage, so I didn't want to pull the full 32 amps. But the car is quite clever because the car knows what your charger is able to deliver. So even though it's plugged into a 32 amp commando socket, because I have limited the charger to 24 amps, the car knows that it can only pull a maximum of 24 amps. Now, at the moment, it won't let me do anything, but you see here, look, I can set the charging current. So what we will do is let's just nip outside. We'll go to the old... Let's just get a bit of brightness going. We'll go to the old Ohme cable. So here's my Ohme setup, which I've talked about before. It's a 32 amp. Turn that on. Oh, it is on. So if we look at the display on the Ohme, hopefully you can see this. You see it's saying 24 amps. Now that's limited by, unfortunately you can't do that through the app at the moment. You have to email Ohme customer services with your serial number and they'll do it straight away. They're really good. So the charger is only going to give a maximum of 24 amps. So what we'll do is just open the charging port. Now the charging port, by the way, you can do like that if the car's unlocked, or you can do it from the dashboard, or you can do it through the app. So if I just go to the app, look, you can see this on here. Let's see. If I go to the Tesla app, look, it will just say waking up. So it tells me the car's got 63 amp charge, look. So you see you've got unlock, charge port, close charge port. So if I just click that lot, that's quite cool. So you can open it through the app as well. Okay, so it's telling me I've got 63 amps. So what I'm going to do lot is plug the old type 2 in from the trying to do this with one hand. Okay, so let's just stick this in here. So put this in here, let's see what happens. Now before I do that, let me just explain what I've done. So what the Ohme charger through the app, you can do all sorts of schedules. You can say charge between 6 and 8. You can say give me 90% by the time I go to work or whatever. But I don't really want to do that. What I'm kind of doing is just using this charger almost as a dumb charger. But what I've done in the app, I've said only charge when it's cheapest. So I am now on Octopus Go Faster, which gives me 5.5 pence per unit between 8:30 and 1:30 in the morning. So the time now is, Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 11:13 a.m.
So it's 11:13 a.m. So what should happen now is when I connect this to the car, the charger may start to charge for a second or two, and then it'll realise what time it is, and because it's not 8:30 in the evening, it won't charge. So let's see what happens. So I'm going to connect this to here. The charge port now locks. Now look at the Ohme charger. It's saying 0.2 amps at the moment, and you can see the screen. Right, it's ramping up, look. Now even though, look, can you see that? Even though it's a 24 amp charger, it's only going to go to 20 amps. Okay. Now let's see what the car's saying. The car is saying, look, because I've set this previously, 20 amps. Now I can go to 24 amps. Look, it knows that the charger is capable of going to 24. So I can whack this to 24. Won't let me go any higher, which is quite brilliant. Okay, it's telling me I'm drawing about 5k. I'm getting between 5 and 6k an hour. It's going to take about 2 hours 35. Now the interesting thing is, because I'm still learning here, lot, what I would have expected that to do is stopped charging, because it's outside of the cheap rate. So let's just drop that down to 20 amps again, and let's just have a look at the Ohme app, because this is interesting, because it shouldn't be charging at the moment. Let's just have a look on the, let you see. So now the app for the Tesla is telling me it's charging. Let's go to the Ohme app and see what's going on, because you're costing me money, Ohme. You shouldn't be charging at the moment. Let's have a look. Right, this is on charge to full ASAP, and it is charging, which is curious because it shouldn't be. So if we go into settings, lot, we're on save money, which means prefer charging when electricity is cheaper, and we'll go to, I need to remember where it is, charge schedule. Right, see there, lot, I hope you can see this. Let me just turn the brightness down a bit. You can see that, but it basically says limit charging over a certain cost, and it's picked up my Go Faster tariff, which is 5.5 pence per unit between 8:30 and 1:30. So I'm not sure why it's charging, which is a bit rubbish to say the least, because that shouldn't work. Now it might be that you should, I don't know, I was just going to say you should turn the charger on. So this is what I'm learning about. This is quite a good example, and this is the kind of things that you're going to find if you play with the Ohme charger. The question is, why is it charging? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the charger. So I'm going to turn it off for a minute. Okay, the car tells me it's stopped charging. Let's just, now when it's charging, you have to unlock the charge port. Now if you've got a proper Tesla cable, you can press the button, but I haven't. So what we're going to do, look, is just go to here, look, unlock charge port. Hopefully you can see that. Come on, can you read that? And it won't unlock. Oh. Maybe it is unlocked. Oh, it's already unlocked. It obviously did it when I turned it off. Anyway, right. So let's try again. Hey, this is cool. Look. Wow, look at that. Right, let's try again because I want to know why this isn't charging. Oh, sorry, why this is charging. So let's turn the charger on. Sometimes it doesn't communicate very well between the app and the charger, I've found. So let's have a look at the Ohme charger. I almost wonder whether you have to wait a certain period for the app to talk to the charger, because it's not using Wi-Fi. That's the only problem, and I haven't got great data signal here, so it could be that it's not talking to the charger quick enough. So let's just do a refresh on the app. It should tell me that it's unplugged, but it's not, you see. This is why. Right, I'm just going to close the app. Let's try again. Doing this completely in real time. The charger says 24 amps, it's in standby. It should say it's unplugged. I don't know. Ah, here we go, look, that's what I want. I think you do have to be a bit careful. Right, so now it says not plugged in. Okay, so let's now see what happens. I'm going to try and let's put my phone here so we can see what it does. So it says not plugged in, look. Let's open the charging port. Right, let's have another go. So plug this in here. Right, so the relay's kicked in. And this now says smart charging adjusted to charge to full ASAP. This is rubbish. Why is it charging? That shouldn't be charging, folks. Ah, hang on. Hang on. Here we go, lot. That's better. So maybe it is working. You see the charger, lot, is now on 0 amps. And there's a little clock. Oh God, I don't know if you can see this. This is what I was expecting to see. Top left, top right here. Can we get that on focus? There's a little clock there. That's good. So you see it's not charging now. That's what I expected to happen. Right, let's have a look in the car. Yeah, it's not charging, look. And it's gone to 5 amps. Okay, that's what I would expect to happen. Right, brilliant. Okay, so it does work. I think it looks to be a little bit flaky in terms of the charger communicating with the app or something. But it does work. Let me show you. This is quite useful to see, look. So there's another app that you can get with Octopus called Octopus Compare. And it will show you what you've saved. So if I go on to Octopus Compare, look, now you can see this. Let me try and set the camera up so you can see what's going on. No, maybe not. Let's do it this way. Right, here we go. So, hope you can see this. Right, so this was yesterday, look, and this is telling me what I've saved between Octopus Go, which is what I used to be on, and Octopus Go Faster. So you can see here, this is from midnight. So because it's cheap charging between 8:30 and 1:30, there's a little bit of usage here. And you see the blue line, that's when Octopus Go Faster is cheapest. Then it goes up. So we've got background usage throughout the day, TV on, that kind of thing. And then at 8:30, when I plugged the car in, the charger knew it was 8:30. It started charging. So you can see my consumption's really high here. And if we look on the half hour readings, you can see, hopefully, I don't know whether you can, let's turn that up a bit. You can see that in the evening from 8:30 I was pulling about 2.5 kilowatts every half hour, which is about right because it was set to charge at 20 amps. And you can see that if I was on Go, because that Octopus Go doesn't start till midnight, it wasn't at its cheapest point. But on Octopus Go Faster, you can see it was only costing me 13 pence every half an hour to pull 2.5 kilowatts. So my total usage for the day was £2.41, including running the house and everything and charging the car for 5 hours. That gave me, by the way, about 100 miles of range, and it cost me £2.41. On Octopus Go it would have been £3.94. And if I go to here, we can say, well, actually, what would it have cost on a normal tariff? So let's choose Octopus Direct. Look at that. So on a normal tariff it would have cost £5.11, and on Go Faster it cost £2.41. So significant saving, and it put about 100 miles into the car. I might be able to go to the Ohme app and look at charging history. Yeah, there you go, look. So between, there you go. I think I paused the charge yesterday because I was playing about with it, but I don't think you can see this. No, you can't. Let's just turn this down. So between 10:30 and 8:52 a.m, basically it would have charged between 10:32 and 1:30 this morning, because that's when Octopus Go Faster becomes more expensive. I used 13.5 kilowatts. Look, it cost me 74 pence. So the Tesla at the moment, I'll do a video on this, but I'm averaging about 4 miles per unit. So basically, look, times that by 4, what's that? 13.5, 26, 52. So 52 miles for 74 pence. Well, that's interesting. Look, the Tesla's telling me multiple doors have been left open. So yeah, so what was that? 52 miles for 74 pence. So about not much over a penny a mile. So there you go. I hope that was remotely interesting. A bit sporadic, but it was useful to see the Ohme charger not working as it should do to begin with. But yeah, really pleased with it. Really pleased with the paint finish. Really pleased with the white interior.